All right, so here we in Logic Pro 10.8.1, and today we're going to be making a beat, making a boom bap type beat. Let's get started. So if you're in this first menu right here, you want to create, you can create an audio track, a drummer track, a pattern track, or a MIDI track. I usually just keep it at default and just create the track. So once I got my project window open, now it's time for me to search for some samples, because we're going to keep this very simple. We're going to find a sample, we're going to chop the sample, we're going to, put some effects on it to try to change it up to make it our own. Add a drum loop, beef up the drum loop, put some more effects on it, make it sound real grimy, and then a bass line. Then I'm going to show you what my process is and the things that I'm thinking about when I'm doing whatever I'm doing in this. So let's get straight to it. Let's find a sample. Alright, so let's go with this sample right here. So I want to select my MIDI region. I'm going to select 4 bars for right now because I have no idea what tempo or anything I'm going to use. This sample that I found right here is actually in 72 BPM, so let's change this to 72 and let's drag this in. Drag it into an empty space so that way it could create a new track for you, and now we have this new track. So the first thing we want to do, I'm zooming in, so I'm holding the option button and using the mouse and I'm sliding it left, and you can slide it right. So I want to take off this first half right here because it's dead space. So I'm gonna hit T, I, and then we're gonna chop that off right there. Then TT to go back, select, delete, and then bring it back. So I want to hear what the 4 bars are. So let's cut this out, this 4-bar loop right here. That's TI, press to cut, TT to go back to the pointer tool. And I'm gonna hold option and I'm gonna click and drag this to the next track because I want to create a totally new track. And I'm gonna mute this because I want to see what I can do with this particular sample right here. So I changed the cut tool, the tool to cut tool, pressing TI. If we hold down option and then click on where we want to cut, it's gonna cut it evenly everywhere else. See, now we have a bunch of even chops. Press TT to go back. All right, so we're gonna take these chops here and we're gonna try to find a pattern and rearrange them. All right, so what I hear, let me see. I want to take this out. I'm gonna move this over. Let's see what this sounds like. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's right here. We're gonna find it. Hold on, fam. Hold on. Let's see what this last one sounds like. That's it right there. That's the pocket right there. Alright, so now that we got our 4-bar loops, so now let's do a little bit of changing up of the sound. Let's see what it sounds like slowed down and speed it up. So when you click on the audio track, you drop down the menu of the region and you find transpose, and if you want to go down, you use negative, however many semitones you want to go down. So let me go down -3 semitones. Press enter. Hear that? Grimy. Hear that? So another thing we're going to do, being that this is in 72 BPM, we could leave it here and probably change the tempo later, but let's leave it here. So now let's find a simple drum loop, because we could come back here and grab some more sounds, but now let's just find a drum loop that we could actually use for this. Let's see what this drum will sound like. So now we see that the tempo is way off because it's 80 BPM. So let's stretch this out to match the tempo of the project. And how you do that is you hold Option, and when you get to the bottom corner of the track, you're going to see this symbol. Then from there, you could stretch the track out. So let's see what this sounds like. That sounds alright. Let's find it. I want to see something else. I want to see if I can find another drum pattern. Sort of the same type pattern, but I got an idea. T.I., and you see this part right here? We're going to cut this part right here. I want to make sure I'm right on the mark. Cut that part right there. And we're going to cut this part right here. We're going to go T, and then we're going to grab this, hold Option, click, drag, let go. So now this will be my change up with the drum pattern, and you see how I combine two drum patterns together, and I'm going to blend them together to make it sound crazy. We got another one. We're going to do this here, boom, and we're going to hit that right here, boom, and then we're going to hit this right here, boom. And this is another way you could take samples and make them unique, make them your own. How you make them your own is you just rearrange the kicks and snares. You double them up, you just rearrange them, make them sound different from the way it was when you first put them in, when you first imported them. We got that little bit of that grooviness going on. Let's look for a little a percussion loop. Let's look for like a percussion loop. Let's see if we can find something like that. Let's just drag this in. Let's see what the fuck this shit sound like. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You could just be meshing sounds together, and once you stretch them out and get it to sound right within the tempo of the beat, I don't know, man. Shit just be fitting right. Pause. Let's see what this sound like. Sure. Saying that I just gave it a whole different vibe. You're like, yo, what the fuck made this beat? The motherfucking general, bitch. So we found our little percussion loop that we're gonna use. Is different. It's nice. I really don't care about anything else right now. Now that we got our 4-bar loop, I'm just gonna delete this track here because I don't need it. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this audio track.